Have you ever woken up feeling like something's missing? The engine that once roared inside you now seems to run on low fuel. Your body's still there, the face in the mirror looks familiar, but the strength and drive that used to power your mornings feel like they've faded into silence. For many men over 60, this quiet loss is carried alone. There's a reluctance to talk about it, as if energy, confidence, and desire come with an expiration date. But let me tell you, this isn't failure, it's a transition. Think of your body like a classic car, still full of power and beauty, but needing different fuel and careful attention to keep moving strong. I want to be clear, your body isn't broken. It's asking for a new kind of care. With the right choices, you can rediscover energy, clarity, and vitality. I've seen this transformation in countless men over my 25 years as a physician dedicated to men's health. Today, I'm sharing 5 hidden secrets about self-pleasure after 60 that few men ever hear. These aren't tricks or pills, but natural science-based practices to keep your testosterone active, your circulation strong, and your desire alive. Each one is practical, rooted in research, and simple enough to start tonight. One secret in particular has brought men in their 70s to tears, not from loss, but from hope, realizing it's not too late. That moment of awakening can be yours too. If you've been wondering whether the man you once were still exists, the answer is yes. He's waiting to be rekindled. Stick with me until the end, because the choice you make today could be the turning point in how you age and live. Are you ready to reclaim your fire? If this message speaks to you, take a moment right now to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every week, I share new content designed to guide men over 60 toward living with strength, vitality, and confidence. This channel isn't about quick fixes. It's about building the kind of health and freedom that lets you enjoy the years ahead. I also want to hear from you. If you believe this topic matters and more men should talk about it, type the number 1 in the comments. If you're unsure or have a question on your mind, type 0 and share your thoughts. Your response helps me understand what matters to you and shapes the conversations we build together. Take a look at the comments and you'll see something powerful. You're not alone. Thousands of men your age are already sharing their journeys, their struggles, and their hopes. Join them, add your voice, and connect with a community that understands exactly what you're going through. This is where your story can begin again. Secret 1: redefining pleasure beyond performance. Many men measure their masculinity by the firmness of their erections. When the body doesn't respond the way it did decades ago, it can feel like failure. There's an unspoken fear that less rigidity means less manhood, but that belief is a trap. What few men know is that orgasm and erection operate on different pathways in the nervous system. Even if blood flow slows or firmness what it used to be, your capacity for release, pleasure, and satisfaction remains vibrant. Your body isn't betraying you, it's inviting you to explore a new way to connect. One of my patients, John, who's 68, shared his shame about not achieving the same hardness he had in his 40s. He thought intimacy was over for him. We worked together on a different approach, slowing his breathing, focusing on sensation, and prioritizing presence over performance. Within weeks, he noticed a shift. The release was still there, the joy was still there, and the weight of failure lifted. What changed wasn't his body, but his perspective. Here's the practical step. Treat self-intimacy as a time to breathe deeply, explore slowly, and value what you feel over what you think you need to prove. Let go of the scoreboard, and you'll rediscover the experience. Erection isn't the whole story, and pleasure doesn't vanish with age. It evolves. Secret 2, an emotional anchor. Many men think self-pleasure is just about physical release. But in reality, it can be an anchor for emotional balance, especially in later years. After 60, stress, loneliness, and restless nights can weigh heavily. For some, self-pleasure becomes a way to soothe without even realizing it. Science backs this up. After orgasm, your brain releases oxytocin and serotonin, powerful chemicals that calm the nervous system, improve your mood, and help you sleep better. And this isn't just about lust, it's biology working in your favor when you approach it with awareness. Mike, a 72-year-old veteran, came to me after losing his wife. He admitted that the only moments of peace he felt were during those quiet times alone. At first, he felt guilty as if it were a childish habit. But when we reframed it as an emotional reset, he saw it as his body's way of coping with grief. Over time, he embraced it as a healing ritual, which helped him climb out of depression and return to living. Here's how to apply this. Practice with intention. Choose an evening, dim the lights, and breathe slowly. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Let the act be about presence, not escape. Treat it like a reset button for your mind and spirit. When done mindfully, what felt like a secret habit becomes a source of comfort and restoration. Secret 3. Use it or lose it. There's a silent truth many men discover too late. When you stop engaging your sexual function, your body begins to forget how to respond. This isn't punishment, it's just biology. Blood vessels stiffen, nerves dull, and tissues lose elasticity when left idle. Like a muscle that weakens without use, the pelvic region declines without activity. Robert, a 74-year-old patient, came to me feeling embarrassed and discouraged. After nearly 10 years without self-intimacy, believing that part of his life was over, he was shocked when his body didn't respond after meeting someone new. The frustration hit him hard, physically and emotionally. We started a gentle practice, reconnecting with his body 2 to 3 times a week, paired with simple pelvic floor exercises like contracting and releasing the muscles used to stop urine flow. After 3 months, he felt a spark of sensation he thought was gone forever. It wasn't dramatic, but it was real, his body remembered. The lesson is clear. Activity maintains vitality. Engage 2 to 3 times a week, gently, without pressure, and with patience. Add daily Kegel exercises to strengthen the pelvic floor. Over time, circulation improves, nerves awaken, and what felt lost begins to return. Secret 4. Breaking free from pornography. A hidden danger for men over 60 is the quiet grip of pornography. What starts as a distraction can numb your senses and erode real intimacy. Your brain, flooded with endless novelty and high-intensity imagery, begins to crave more stimulation. What once excited you no longer registers, and natural desire fades. This is called arousal fatigue. Dopamine, your brain's reward chemical, surges with porn, raising the pleasure threshold over time. Real touch and closeness start to feel dull compared to the artificial flood of pixels. For older men whose brains adapt more slowly, this rewiring can be especially stubborn. Alan, a 70-year-old patient, felt nothing when trying to be intimate with a new partner, yet he watched videos every night out of habit. He thought age had stolen his desire, but the truth was his brain was conditioned to respond only to the screen. With guidance, he committed to a 30-day porn detox. The first week was restless, but soon memories and imagination began to stir. By the end of the month, he reconnected with touch in a way he hadn't felt in years. The joy and relief on his face said it all. Here's the path forward. Replace the screen with your inner resources. Recall past moments of closeness, let your imagination play, listen to music that stirs emotion, or embrace silence to sharpen awareness. Start with a 14-day porn-free challenge. Your brain will recalibrate, sensitivity will return, and intimacy will feel alive again. This isn't about shame, it's about reclaiming what belongs to you. Secret 5, a natural tool for health. There's a truth most doctors don't share, but every man needs to hear. Self-pleasure in later life isn't shameful. It's one of the most natural and powerful tools to protect your health. Regular release keeps blood flowing through the pelvic region, supporting tissue health and circulation. It helps your prostate by flushing out old fluids, promotes better sleep through calming brain chemicals, and lifts your mood, reducing the loneliness that too many older men endure in silence. George, a 76-year-old patient, carried years of silence and self-denial, convinced that self-pleasure was no longer appropriate. When I looked him in the eye and said, "You're still allowed to be a man," he broke down in tears. In that moment, he realized his desire was a sign of life, not weakness. He began to approach the act as a way to honor himself, which gave him back confidence, dignity, and a spark of joy he thought was gone. Here's the key. Treat self-pleasure as part of your self-care, just like eating well or walking every day. With awareness and respect, it becomes an act of health, a reminder that your body still matters, and a bridge between your physical strength and emotional well-being. This isn't indulgence, it's maintenance, and it may be one of the most vital ways to preserve vitality in your later years. Many men unknowingly create problems in how they approach self-pleasure. One common mistake is using too much force, which can cause irritation or inflammation, making intimacy uncomfortable. Another is staying up too late to engage in the act. Sleep is when your body restores testosterone, and losing those hours quietly lowers the very hormone you want to protect. Some men also combine alcohol with self-stimulation, but alcohol dulls sensitivity and can impair circulation, making the experience less satisfying and potentially harmful. There are simple practices that make a real difference. Drink plenty of water throughout the day and ensure you're getting enough zinc and magnesium, which support testosterone and muscle function. Add pelvic floor exercises for just 5 minutes a day. Simple contractions of the muscles used to stop urination can strengthen control, improve circulation, and enhance sensation over time. Create a calm environment too. Dim the lights, reduce noise, and give yourself a moment of peace. Treat the experience as a mindful ritual, not a rushed habit. When your body is relaxed and your mind is calm, stress lowers, performance improves, and intimacy feels deeper. These small changes can transform self-pleasure into a meaningful part of your health routine. You are not broken, and your body isn't failing you. It's simply moving into a new chapter, and you have the power to shape how that chapter is written. With the right choices, you can restore energy, regain strength, and rebuild confidence in yourself. Today, we uncovered 5 truths that older men rarely hear. An erection isn't the only measure of pleasure. Your release and satisfaction can remain vibrant even as your body changes. Self-pleasure can be an emotional reset, calming your mind and improving sleep. The principle of use it or lose it keeps circulation flowing and nerves alive. Freeing yourself from pornography lets your brain rediscover natural desire, and most importantly, self-pleasure, when practiced with awareness, is a lifeline. A healthy habit that supports your heart, your prostate, your sleep, and your dignity. This isn't about shame. It's about honoring yourself. When you treat your sexuality as part of your overall health, you permit yourself to feel alive, connected, and whole again. That's a gift no number of birthdays can take away. If you're ready to try even one small change this week, type the number 1 in the comments. If you know a man over 60 who needs to hear this, share this video with him. It might be the greatest gift you can give. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss my next video, where I'll share 5 morning habits that can boost testosterone by 20% in just 3 weeks. The years ahead are still yours to live with strength and passion. Take the first step today and reclaim your fire.